Toastmasters is about fulfilling your dreams. And dreams are about passion. And passion can strike at any moment, in the most unlikely of circumstances, and change the course of our lives forever. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, that's what happened to me 5 years ago in Stowe, Vermont, at the mini golf course. It was love at first sight. I loved being out there on a splendid evening, playing through these charming holes, chatting with my friends, goofing around, and the worse we played, the more fun we had. So I instantly became a mini golf aficionado. I started to go to all the different courses in the area, and like any aficionado, I started to notice the little things that were wrong. You know, somebody who takes an interest in wine suddenly can't have ordinary table wine at their table anymore. Or somebody that takes an interest in opera. Everybody else in the audience is blown away by the soprano's performance, but he's nagged by the one off note in that one certain passage. That's what happened to me with mini golf. Did you know that there are actually mini golf courses out there that don't have a windmill-themed hole? It's true. One of them that I went to did have a windmill-themed hole, but the fans were too high up so that it didn't become a moving obstacle where you had to get your ball in between the fans. So what's the point? At another mini golf course that I went to, they actually sold advertisements between the holes. That would be tacky enough. But one of the advertisements was actually for a funeral home. Now that's just wrong. And the cheating, my goodness. No wonder there's so much cheating in college today when the parents are letting their kids take ball after ball over every strike. It's just despicable. But as I started to notice all of these mini golf disappointments, I realized that they were actually feeding into a vision of how mini golf could be and should be. So I started to do my research. But did you know that there is no coffee table size book with professional photography of the best mini golf courses in North America? It's true. And why not? There are coffee table sized, professionally photographed books of grocery lists, sock monkeys, concrete, and gnomes. Why not mini golf? But just as with all the other disappointments, I started to think, well, why not mini golf? I started to picture myself traveling around the country, going to the best mini golf courses in the nation, taking professional photographs, taking careful notes, and coming home and creating a lasting contribution to the literature on miniature golf for mini golf aficionados everywhere. And with all of the research that I did, I would be creating a stronger and clearer vision of the mini golf course that I would create and run. A mini golf course with the perfect windmill-themed hole. A mini golf course with no advertisements. And a mini golf course where we'd have a security guard stationed at all times to make sure that nobody ever cheated. But what then? I had to consider what my lasting contribution to mini golf would be after I passed away. I suppose it's no surprise that I think more about my funeral arrangements than most people do. It kind of runs in the family. My grandmother was famous for keeping my uncle on the phone for hours at a time, going through all of the funeral arrangements in detail, including her choices of who to invite and who not to invite. Choices that just seem designed to irritate everyone. So as I bike around the Berkshires in southern Vermont, I'm always scouting around for the perfect hillside cemetery where I can lay my final remains to rest. But one night, at dinner with my wife, something added to my vision. Honey, I have a great idea. What is it? Well, you know how I'm always looking for the perfect hillside cemetery to lay my final remains to rest? Yeah, you talk about that a lot. Well, what if we were to create a mini golf hole on my cemetery plot? That's a great idea, honey, except what? Well, you'd have to leave the clubs and the balls there, and they'd probably get stolen. I'm not sure how the groundskeeper would feel about having to mow around a mini golf hole. And some of your friends just might not be comfortable with tramping all over your grave just to play around with mini golf. Okay. I have a better idea. You know those services that take your cremated remains and turn them into jewelry? I think I've heard about that. Wow, what if we were to take my cremated remains and turn them into a miniature golf ball? We could smuggle it onto my favorite mini golf course, and I could be part of mini golf forever. That's a great idea, honey. But are you sure you're willing to give up your quiet little hillside cemetery plot for that? It was a moment of truth when I had to decide how committed I was to my passion for mini golf. Absolutely, I said. Putt, putt forever.